You eat perfectly all day. You have a balanced breakfast, a sensible lunch, and easily bypass the office snacks. But then midnight hits, and you find yourself sleepwalking through the dark straight toward the glowing light of the refrigerator, hunting for sugar. Succumbing to these cravings happens when your biology and your current emotional state collide at the end of a long day. To break this nightly cycle, we are going to implement the late-night craving defense plan. It is a 3-step behavioral system designed to protect you when your energy drops. Before executing step 1, you need to establish 2 baseline prerequisites. Remove the tempting junk food from your kitchen entirely, and set a physical notebook on your counter to use for tracking. By the time late evening rolls around, your brain is simply too exhausted to make good choices. A concrete system acts as an external set of instructions, allowing you to follow a preset path when your internal willpower is depleted. Step 1 actually happens hours before the cravings hit. You must balance your daytime blood sugar to prevent a massive biological crash later that evening. When trying to lose weight, a common trap is overly restricting your calories or entirely skipping meals while you're active and busy at work. This biological seesaw chart illustrates the problem. Daytime restriction weighs heavily on an empty stomach, forcing a severe caloric deficit. But as the sun goes down, your body demands immediate energy. The seesaw abruptly tips, launching a spike in physical hunger, making a binge almost unavoidable. You fix this by proactively eating satisfying, protein-rich foods throughout the day. Stop heavily depriving yourself during daylight hours. The success metric for step 1 is simple. Arrive at 8 o'clock at night feeling physically comfortable and satiated, rather than ravenous. If you leave your body starving by dinner time, no amount of nighttime discipline will stop a physical binge trigger. Once you neutralize physical hunger, step 2 helps identify the psychological triggers that take over. Everyday hassles constantly accumulate. Things like work stress, difficult relationship conflicts, pressing money worries, or simple everyday boredom steadily drain your mental energy as the hours pass. This animated diagram shows the psychological state. With the battery flashing at 1%, the exhausted brain urgently hunts for a fast chemical reward to cope with negative emotions. To get emotional relief, the brain plugs right into sugar and fatty comfort foods. To counter this, run a hunger reality check. Before opening the pantry, force yourself to ask, is your stomach actually rumbling, or are you just stressed? If you aren't physically hungry, implement a strict 15-minute waiting rule. Impulsive, emotionally driven cravings often peak quickly, and giving them 15 minutes allows the urge to naturally pass. While waiting, open your tracking notebook. Log exactly what you want to eat and how you are feeling to expose hidden mood-food connections. Forcing this mandatory pause separates your genuine biological needs from emotional impulses. Naming the stress strips the craving of its immediate power. Step 3 addresses the final reality. You cannot just deny your brain's cravings forever. You must offer it a concrete alternative. This is precisely why we removed high-calorie temptations from the home as a prerequisite. It prevents mindless, reflexive snacking from happening on autopilot. First, try the Soothe technique. Substitute eating with a non-food behavior that lowers stress, like reading a book, practicing deep breathing, or doing light yoga. If eating is unavoidable, execute the squat technique. Instead of ice cream on the left, trade up for Greek yogurt and tea on the right. Executing a pre-planned swap gives your brain the psychological comfort it demands, while actively protecting your overall weight loss goals. Even with the system in place, setbacks happen. When you do have install explicitly forgive yourself. Treat the setback as a valuable learning experience. Figure out what triggered it and immediately start fresh the next day. Fuel properly during the day to keep the seesaw balanced. Run your 15-minute reality check when you feel stressed, and execute a smart swap when you need comfort. Mastering emotional eating turns a chaotic nightly battle into a manageable system. Thank you for watching Feel Fresh Life. Subscribe for more strategies to build better habits.